Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Hansraj presenting the headlines first. India launches its campaign for a seat in United Nations Security Council, says trust and security is its guiding approach. Blast in Nagaland claims life of one security personnel. Chief Minister Rio calls it a cowardly act with no place in society. Rainfall triggers flash floods in Arunachal and Assam, cause landslides in Mizoram. Assam government initiates a move for realignment of revenue circles with assembly constituencies, informs Chief Minister Harma. And in FIFA World Cup, France to confront Spain in first semi-finals at Dallas Stadium, Texas in a few hours from now. India has officially launched its campaign for election as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council or UNSC for the 2028-29 term. Launching India's candidature at the UN headquarters in New York last night, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar unveiled India's Shanti vision, securing holistic advancement through norms, trust and integrity as the country's guiding approach to promoting global peace, security and equitable development. He said the world is facing growing conflict and instability, making the role of the United Nations more critical than ever. If elected, India will serve a two-year term beginning in 2028.
That threaten even those who may be very far away. To address this complexity, the United Nations must take the lead and the Security Council must show the way. Elections to its membership consequently assume great importance. As a candidate, it is natural that member states would like to understand what India brings to the table. One part of that is our vision of the priorities that the world and the United Nations must address. The other is a track record which enables the international community to make its own judgment. As we contemplate the global order, India's focus will be on working for a secure, peaceful and equitable world.
In Manipur, Home Minister Govindas Kanthorzam said 2 people have been arrested in connection with the killing of 6 Naga hostages and more arrests are expected soon. He said security agencies are continuing operations to apprehend all those involved. Meanwhile, security forces have launched an intelligence-based operation in T.M. Kasum, Litan and Sikibung areas of Ukhrul district to trace those responsible for the ambush on security personnel on July 6th. 3 persons have been detained for questioning as the investigation continues.
We have already arrested 2 culprits and the more are being arrested very soon, and our operation to nab all those culprits is continuing. Hopefully within 2 days we'll be getting more arrests of those culprits.
In Nagaland, 1 Assam Rifles personnel was killed and 4 others were injured in a suspected improvised explosive device blast at Khopanala near Shukhovi in Shumukodima district on Monday. Director General of Police Rupin Sharma has said the blast is suspected to have originated from an auto rickshaw. No civilian injuries have been reported. The Assam Rifles convoy was on its way to Dimapur when the explosion occurred. Meanwhile, Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio has strongly condemned the attack, describing it as a cowardly act with no place in society. Meanwhile, security operations have been intensified following the blast. The deceased has been identified as Havildar Mohammad Iqbal. Still in Nagaland, a wreath-laying ceremony was held at the Assam Rifles Training Center and School in Dimapur today to honor Havildar Mohammad Iqbal of the 28 Assam Rifles, who died from injuries sustained in Monday's IED blast at Shumukodima. Director General of Assam Rifles, Lieutenant General Vikas Lakhera, led senior officers in paying floral tributes. He termed the attack as a threat to Nagaland's hard-earned peace and urged the people to stand united against such acts. 4 injured personnel are reported to be in stable condition, while investigations into the blast are underway.
Okay, and the perpetrators of this act against humanity. Are we going in Nagaland? Dushman No, just I'll say. And of course, army is there, some rifle is there. We'll do what is to be done. But I urge the people, not to lose this hard-earned peace. This is the security of our future, of our children.
In Sikkim, Governor Om Prakash Mathur attended the NCC Governor's Medal ceremony at Lok Bhavan, where 43 cadets were honored for their outstanding achievements in courage and adventure. The event was attended by Education Minister Raju Basnet, senior education department officials and NCC officers. Earlier, Additional Director General of NCC for West Bengal and Sikkim, Major General APS Chahal, called on the governor and informed him that an independent NCC group headquarters for Sikkim is in its final stage of establishment. The meeting also reviewed initiatives in drone training, cyber security, innovation, adventure and sports. The governor stressed the need to increase NCC enrollment in schools and colleges to encourage further youth participation in nation building. In Meghalaya, Union Minister of State, independent charge for the Ministry of Art, Sciences and the Ministry of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, today chaired a review meeting with senior officials of the Rivoi District Administration to assess the implementation and progress of various centrally sponsored schemes in the district, which has been identified as one of Meghalaya's aspirational districts. Earlier on Monday, he inaugurated the Geoinformatics Laboratory at the Northeast Centre for Technology, Application and Reach, Nectar in Shillong. In more news from Meghalaya, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has reaffirmed that Meghalaya's stand against uranium mining remains firm. On recent borewell tragedy, he said strict action will be taken against those responsible for illegal construction and safety violations. Heavy rainfall continued to lash Arunachal Pradesh, triggering flash floods and landslides in several districts. Kurungkume and Kradadi were the worst affected, with bridges washed away, roads blocked and damage reported to schools, churches and houses. Several families were displaced after flood waters swept away their homes, while landslides disrupted road connectivity and damaged the public infrastructure. Meanwhile, a major landslide washed away a stretch of National Highway 13 at Pakro in Pakekasang district, prompting authorities to advise commuters to avoid the route. Restoration and relief operations are underway as district administrations remain on high alert. In Assam, flood conditions continue to affect several districts of the state, while urban flooding has caused disruptions in Kamrup and Kamrup metropolitan districts. The weatherman has forecast heavy rainfall in several districts of the state for today and tomorrow. According to the Assam State Disaster Management Authority, 6 districts, Shibohagar, Lokhimpur, Dorong, Hunitpur, Dhemaji and Jorhat remains affected by floods. Number of affected people is more than 9,500. No loss of human life has been reported so far. Waterlogging has also been reported from parts of the state. Authorities have initiated drainage and dewatering measures to provide relief to affected residents. In Mizoram, heavy rains have triggered massive landslide in Toipui South and severe earthquakes in Serchhip, forcing a number of families to evacuate their homes. Timely interventions have prevented casualties. In Toipui South, a major landslide struck this morning. The debris completely blocked the main road and swept away 2 residential houses and a shop. Sensing trouble, village leaders had already evacuated residents. Meanwhile, in Serchhip, continuous downpours have caused alarming earthquakes extending over 50 meters, threatening 8 houses and a local church. Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio has said the exchange of MOU between the state government and Copperl marks the beginning of a landmark partnership built on mutual trust, shared aspirations and a commitment to sustainable development. Informing about the MOU in a series of social media posts, Rio expressed his appreciation for France's ambassador in India, Thierry Matho, and the Copperl leadership for the partnership. He said the Copperl project will be the first of many collaborations between France and Nagaland across diverse sectors. In Assam, today was the 7th day of the ongoing budget session of State Assembly. Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma informed the House that the government has directed all district commissioners and circle officers to review the reorganization of revenue circle boundaries. He said the objective is a transparent and time-bound realignment of revenue circles with legislative assembly constituencies to enhance administrative efficiency and strengthen public service delivery.
এটা প্ৰথম পৰ্যায়ত এটা এসেসমেন্ট কৰি জিলা উপায়ুক্তসকলক মই দুদিনৰ ভিতৰত আমাক প্ৰস্তাৱ পঠাব কৈছো যে কোনো সমষ্টিৰ গাঁও যাতে এমএলএ এৰিয়াৰ বাহিৰত নাথাকে ডিসি সকলক আমি এটা নিৰ্দেশ দিছো যে ৰেভিনিউ সাৰ্কেল আৰু এলএসি কো টাৰ্মিনাস হ'ব লাগিব যাতে কোনো এমএলএ নিজৰ সমষ্টিৰ বাহিৰত যাব নালাগে ৰেভিনিউ সাৰ্কুলাৰ কাৰণে
Tripura Transport Minister Sushanta Chaudhary has called for collective efforts by the Transport Department, Traffic Police and the public to prevent road accidents. Speaking at a two-day road safety workshop in Agartala, he highlighted the 4 pillars of road safety: education, enforcement, engineering and emergency care. The minister said road accident deaths have declined over the past 3 years and stressed the need for effective implementation of the Motor Vehicles Act, greater public awareness and prompt medical assistance to accident victims to save lives. In FIFA World Cup, France will take on Spain in the first semi-final at Dallas Stadium in Texas, United States tonight. The match is scheduled to begin at 12:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. France will look to book their place in third consecutive FIFA World Cup final. Spain, on the other hand, will aim to advance into their first World Cup final since lifting the trophy in 2010. France reached the semi-finals after defeating Morocco 2-0 in the quarter-finals, while Spain advanced with a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Belgium. In Mizoram, following the State Fisheries Department's declaration of a closed season for fishing under the Mizoram Fisheries Act 2002, various local organizations in Klabung Lunglei district are teaming up to strictly enforce the ban in their area. The directive was issued to protect fish during the breeding season. Catching egg-bearing fish using nets or any other equipment that disrupts their reproduction is strictly prohibited. The ban applies to all rivers across Mizoram with the exception of those falling under the autonomous district council areas. In Tripura, preparations for the 62nd Sri Sri Jagannath Dev Rath Yatra at Sonamura Mahakumar Melaghar in Sipahi Jala district have entered the final phase ahead of the procession on 16 July. A 58-foot-tall chariot is being readied for the grand festival, which is regarded as the biggest Rath Yatra celebration in northeast India. Renovation of the temple, construction of the chariot and arrangements for the 9-day fair are progressing at full pace, with organizers expecting thousands of devotees to attend the annual event. And before we end the news, here are the main points once again. India launches its campaign for a seat in United Nations Security Council, says trust and security is its guiding approach. Blast in Nagaland claims life of 1 security personnel. Chief Minister Rio calls it a cowardly act with no place in society. Rainfall triggers flash floods in Arunachal and Assam, cause landslides in Mizoram. Assam government initiates a move for realignment of revenue circles with assembly constituencies, informs Chief Minister Sarma. And in FIFA World Cup, France to confront Spain in first semi-finals at Dallas Stadium, Texas in a few hours from now. We have reached the end of today's bulletin. Up next is our primetime news bulletin covering top stories of the day. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.